Washington Nationals. The O's have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Dylan Bundy gets the ball for Washington in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, getting a look at Dylan Bundy, this guy's made some changes throughout his career. Former first-round draft pick out of high school from the state of Oklahoma. Started his career in a bullpen, has made the switch to the starting rotation. Good fastball. Doesn't throw as hard as he did early in his career. Keeps the ball in the ballpark pretty well and throws strikes. If he's throwing strikes, he has a chance to pitch well in this one.
And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Just a touch outside. 1-2. Weather not much of an issue tonight. A mild 65 degrees here at game time. High in the air down the right field line. Here he comes again. 1-2. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. So now into the box is Chipper Jones. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First pitch on its way. Turned on down the line. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Here now is Juan Soto. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, a little top-of-the-order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
T-Row, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
He's got it. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Like clockwork, a 4-6-3 double play to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Cy Young is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
And that triple could not have come at a better time. The team has really struggled the last few games trying to get over the hump, and they're looking for anything good to happen to them, and I'd say that triple definitely qualifies. They are fired up.
Hit out towards second, taken by Alomar, and not in time as the run scores. So stepping in is Luis Gonzalez. He'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Into the corner and slicing foul. Cano on at first, nobody out. Inside as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
As a veteran out on the mound, that's a pitch that you expect to get a call on. Got to believe he keeps pounding that spot until he builds a rapport with the umpire.
And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Comes set, now the pitch. Andrew Jones comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Checks his swing, but this will be strike two call.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Andrew Jones becomes out number 2 this inning. Robinson Cano is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one.
Hey, I know it's early and we're in the first right here, but he's going to have to work that heater.
The other side is retired as they make the play. Memories being made. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second. Here's George Springer. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Ready now is Wilson Contreras, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. No balls and 1 strike. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Another 1-2 delivery. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Didi Gregorius. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. High in the air out to center field. Springer has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Rhys Hoskins is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back with Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, and leading off the inning with big right-handed slugger Giancarlo Stanton. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Giancarlo Stanton is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
1-1. Here it comes. 1-2 now. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. And there's out number 2.
Now that second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Roberto Alomar. He hit the ball hard but lined out to start the ball game. Swinging a blooper to the right side. In there, a base hit. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Keeping particularly close tabs on him. At the plate now, Chipper Jones. That's lifted the other way out to left. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends.
We're back now as the Nationals ready to bat in the 3rd inning. And as they do, it's a good time to discuss their offense, which has been a real source of pride for this club. Entering the day, they are at the top of the league in both on-base percentage and batting average. Talking with a few coaches during BP, they said that while the organization certainly stresses the need for a patient approach, it's been the players that have done an excellent job executing the plan. It's one thing to have talent, it's a whole other thing to have a group of really good hitters that are selfless enough to keep the success of the team in mind when they're at the plate. Clearly, there are a lot of tough outs in this lineup, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And the screwball got him swinging, 1 gone.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
Tony Gwynn swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Soft liner toward first, and this will get taken in at first for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now back, second base.
Stepping in once again is Robinson Cano, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. And he takes ball 1.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Hit to short, fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for. All set for the start of the inning, and digging into bat next, the ever-dangerous Juan Soto. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
Into the box, Cal Ripken. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And the pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Gregorius onto the grass, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
No, one of the things you want to do, D-Ro, is you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
And that's the 2nd out. Now to the plate, George Springer. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Line towards center field, and Andrew will just get in front of this one, a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. The 0-1 offering. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the strike. So here is Giancarlo Stanton. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Liner in there for a base hit. It's like magic or something. He's given up a boatload of hits, but they haven't been able to chase a runner home.
Yeah, he's got the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Into the box, Cy Young. Now a bunt attempt here. But this is foul for the first strike. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. As a look, now the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Gonzalez has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Digging in, the switch hitter, Roberto Alomar, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out. So next to bat will be Chipper Jones. A hit in 2 tries so far. Now the first pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He's got it as the time. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Two balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Bouncer to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Next to hit, Salvador Perez. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. A ball and a strike now. Perez swings the bat and throws from the right side and stands at 6'3". He was a 9th round pick back in the 2021 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And he will make the play. 2 away now. Base is empty, 2 away. And that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. Pitch on the way. A ball and 2 strikes now. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. He'll try again, 1-2. Line to the right side. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Nationals gone in order, but they're up. Top half of the sixth about to get started. And digging in is the outfielder, Juan Soto. In there, strike one.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Up next for the Orioles.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Cal Ripken, singled in his last at-bat. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
He sends it out to left field. Well hit. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. So next up will be Freddie Freeman. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far
he's under it, and that ends the inning.
as he notches his 10th save of the season right there. Nice job.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score.